NFL spokesman for All-Pro Dad, Freddie Scott, joins us today with some biblical solutions to help dads take back their rightful place.
You're going to want to hear Freddie Scott's story. You see, Freddie played in the league. I'm talking about the NFL. He was an NFL football player. Not only that, he was a second-generation NFL football player. His father also played in the NFL. Freddie is also a minister, a youth counselor, a public speaker, and author as well. Freddie recently wrote the book, The Dad I Wished I Had, and the great coach, Tony Dungy, even wrote the foreword for him. He and Tony Dungy are now working together. Wait till you hear this amazing story. We're joined by former NFL football player and now pastor, Freddie Scott. Freddie, welcome to In Your Corner.
Well, thank you so much for having me here today.
Man, it's great to see you. You know, you've got an amazing story, and I want to read a quote, and I need to put my glasses on to read this, but this quote is from Tony Dungy. He said, "My hope is that this book inspires you to think about ways we can get our dads back to their rightful place in this country, involved and active in their children's lives." And obviously, he was talking about your incredible book, The Dad I Wished I Had. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I was in church about 3 years ago or so, minding my own business, and we were actually doing Focus on the Family's teaching on the Truth Project on family. And I'm sitting in the back, and the Lord just clearly spoke to me and said, "Write a book entitled The Dad I Wish I Had." That's all I heard, but that's all I needed to hear. After that, I wrote the manuscript and gave a copy of it to my father, as well as called Jim Caldwell, who at the time was the assistant head coach for the Colts. He was my receiver coach at Penn State, where I played college football, and he connected me, of course, to Coach Dungy and connected me to his organization, All-Pro Dad. And from the rest is history. Now I'm a national spokesman for their organization, and the book specifically addresses the issues that most kids today can relate with. CNN reported that 40% of children born in America today are born to an unwed mother. 40%. Amazing. So there are a lot of young people that are growing up without a dad in the home, or even worse, without a godly dad in the home. And there's a lot of things that we address with that to hopefully help a lot of dads to understand the impact that they really have in their families, as well as help young people understand how to break some generational cycles and be the men and women that God's called them to be.
Amazing. You know, and you had a father, and in fact, your father was an NFL player and an NFL star. But something in that process, I mean, either he was away too long and wasn't able to give you the love or affection that you needed. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, my dad, Freddie Scott Sr., is an awesome man. I love him with all of my heart. But he grew up without a father himself. He grew up in a single-parent home, and so when he made it to the NFL, he didn't really understand what it meant to be a man, what it meant to be a father, because he didn't have that modeled in front of him. And so consequently, with the temptations that come with NFL and the money and things of that nature, made some decisions that had a negative impact on me, my mother, and my brother that most people can relate with. And those are some of those challenges that we ended up having to address. And unfortunately, my parents ended up in divorce, which of course has an impact on you as a child growing up. And there were just real things that you had to overcome, that real hurts that you experience as a young person, a lot of self-doubt, a lot of questions about God's love for you. Does God really love you? And if he does, how come he let this happen in your family? And so a lot of those issues were going on there that God had to really heal me from, as well as to help me to get to the place to where I can forgive my mom and dad for whatever may have happened and not allow that to be a root of bitterness in my own heart. Because the very first commandment that God tells all children is to honor your father and mother.
Yes.
And so I can't allow anything that happens in my parents' life to justify me to disobey God's command. And so those are some of those challenges that were happening back then, and God's been able to heal me from those things, as well as put me in a position to be able to be a husband and father to my children, and hopefully stop some of those cycles from happening in my children's life.
Yeah, that's simply amazing. Well, you know, you had a father, but just because you have a father, I mean, everybody has a biological father, but you know, sometimes they're absentee fathers, and even though you have a father, you know, what were some of the problems associated with that in your life?
Well, unfortunately, a lot of times we'd go to a game on Sunday, and now think about this. Think about you being a kid, your dad's on an NFL team.
Yeah.
You know, you can go in the locker room.
What a dream,
You know, is this a dream come true? I'd have birthday parties on the football field, you know, and so I'm always the most popular kid in school because kids always want to go to my birthday parties and they want to get an extra ticket to go to the games, you know, but Monday through Saturday I wouldn't see them. And for a variety of different reasons between my dad and my mom. And those challenges are some real things that, you know, wondering, is Dad coming home today? You know, wondering, will Dad make it to my game? Right. You know, wondering, you know, are these things going to be something that, will my parents just make it? You know, are they going to fight today? You know, all those things that a lot of kids grow up with were some of those challenges that I had to seek out about healing and overcoming in my own life.
So those were the types of challenges you faced. What type of advice would you offer to someone else facing, you know, that type of challenge? And I know a lot of times when there's not a father in the house, and you mentioned 40% of families do not have a father today, it basically causes a person not to have self-worth.
Mm-hmm. Well, the advice that I give to any young person growing up in that situation is to realize that nothing catches God by surprise, first of all, and realize that God's love for you is still the same yesterday, today, and forever. Now, a lot of times what happens is you say, well, how can you say God loves me when I feel like this, or when these things are going on in my home? And you have to just realize simply that God has given all of us choices. He said, I've set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Choose life so that both you and your seed will live. Well, if I make the wrong decisions in my life, that's going to have an impact on my children. And we have to realize that as children, God's given our parents choices. And some choices they make are great, some choices they make aren't so great. And it's not our job to try to be mad at them for the wrong choices. Our job is to pray for them that they make wise choices and then seek God for, okay, Lord, what is it that I need to do in my life in obedience to you to make sure that if they do make the wrong choice, it's not going to cause a negative impact on me beyond what it could. Right. And I think that's the biggest thing to do is realize, don't allow their mistake to become your mistake.
Right. Freddie, that's powerful, powerful stuff. Folks, we'll be right back in a minute, and Freddie will give you some solutions on how you can overcome these types of issues in your life. We'll be right back.
Friend, I don't care what you're going through. I don't care how many times you've been knocked down. I don't care how much pain you've suffered. There is hope and there is help for you. We have a group of men here. And if you're battling some issue today, some pain, you want to throw in a towel, you want to quit, you want to chuck it all, I want you to call us and help us talk you through this, and let us help you. The number's right here on the screen. Give us a call today and let us help you overcome whatever you're going through.